program this summer. Taking some tough little guys, and you always do that. Your motto is, the harder they are, bring them to me. I love that. Hey, does anybody out there have some young guys you want to bring to Brother Frazier? Call us at 773-591-1690. 773-591-1690. Brother Frazier, tell us a little bit about the program you're working with.
Oh man, this is here one of the programs that I've been fighting so hard in Chicago, man, to see us get. And finally, it's here. To me, Brother Philip, it's a win, man. This is a win situation for us here, because they actually taking over 100 young black men and giving them some work, man. And they teaching these brothers at the same time, man. That is the coldest piece that I've seen happen since I was a teenager. But they actually giving these young brothers knowledge, and at the same time, they give them an hourly pay. Oh man, that's bad.
Wow. Well, first of all, giving them knowledge is dangerous. You can create some really dangerous So I don't care about the pay. You're giving these brothers knowledge of self, knowledge of how to deal with the world, knowledge of how not to be a victim.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow, you're a dangerous man, brother.
It's really turned around right here. This program is going to turn some brothers around. And then look, y'all, you're taking the worst of the worst. These brothers that you got in this program, Brother Phil, the brothers that all had background. They came from probation. They came from having the guns in their hand. They came from the drug cases. And man, that right there, I take my hat off to you, brother. I salute you, Brother Phil.
I want to thank everybody who works for Black Star. It's a lot of great people who work.
They did a great job today.
Oh man, they held it down. Dorothy, y'all don't. A lot of people may not know Dorothy. If you know Dorothy, you know Black Star. She makes Black Star work. Dorothy Davis. We have Michael Crenshaw. I'm going to miss some names. Michael Crenshaw, Ivory, Jamie, Becca, Jay Simmons. I'm going to miss some names. John Davis. They were all there today. Vince Kane. That's why I knew I shouldn't have started. I'm glad. Illumide Saeed. Black Star, and all the volunteers. I mean, we were deep today. And we represented, and we held it down. Not one incident.
No incident.
Not
Zero
one incident.
Yeah, I always tell her, I pray with my children in the mornings, and I always tell her.
Darnell Frazier.
Okay, my daughter might say, hey, Dad, my tire's flat.
Community organizer.
Without an incident.
With Phil Jackson.
So, I'm glad that you said that, because there was zero incident.
Yeah. Call us, 773-591-1690. 773-591-1690. There was one other, there were a lot of elders there, and I missed one. Obi Pittman.
At Chicago State today, they had a great mass.
Lionel
Black men's graduation.
The
Beautiful.
family in Inglewood, so they were out.
Phil Jackson, Black Star.
Outstanding.
Darnell Frazier. Community organizer.
Where do we go from here?
A great young black brother.
We talked about this.
Darnell Frazier.
I would say 10 cities.
Organizer.
I think this is something that should be duplicated, replicated.
Community organizer. Darnell Frazier.
I talked about earlier when my son graduated.
Great.
Out there in California, you're able to walk across the grass and you see some people and they see. Listen, you do not get the opportunity to meet with men who can guide you on this path. I didn't have that. We had nothing growing up, man.
Save our young black men.
Out into the street.
Black men, we must save our young black brothers.
Gave these young boys a roadmap. They helped them. I would say every...
Darnell Frazier doing great work in the community.
Chicago, you guys have welcomed me. I will
This young black brother.
But listen, man, I'm going to tell you. Philadelphia needs this. New York needs this.
Words can't explain the work
Atlanta needs this.
he have done out here in the community. Darnell Frazier.
Every place needs this, guys.
Street going
I don't mean in a couple of years. I'm challenging you.
He's all over Chicago.
We need this.
Great actor.
be in the hands of these people. You know, and I really think that it is possible. What happened today was magical. It was magical. All of us would have loved to have had that growing up. When you have 50 elders just wrap their arms around you with knowledge and information, wisdom,
And money. And resources. I won't even call it money. I'll just say resources.
man. They offered jobs. Man, do you know scholarships was being offered?
Look, they were giving those kids. Are you kidding me?
It was great at Chicago State today.
Young black men have got to realize that sometimes all you got to do is show up.
Oh, man.
I mean, all these young cats had to do, they didn't have to do nothing but show up.
If I heard this right now, and my homeboys came and told me about this, I'd be kicking myself in the butt. When he waving his $100 in my face, he's sitting there telling me Lupe came out. He's telling me I had all this wisdom, that there were scholarships. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And it was free. All my brothers, sometimes all my people have to do is show up. That's all we have. Call us. 773-591-1690. I'm Philip Jackson from the Black Star Project. I'm used to a little controversy, so it's no thing to me. A lot of people saying, man, what is he talking about? I'm talking about revolution. Lupe said some things, and Brother Frazier, if you talk, some people said he was...
Darnell Frazier.
True. He was talking about the schools that the kids went to. He was dropping it, wasn't he?
Hey, look, the brother hit it on the head, man. I've been working in some of these schools, man, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I've been very disappointed, and you know, I'm very disappointed. But that's neither here nor there. The major thing is getting to the brothers, man, getting to these young guys. And I think everything that brother said, those young guys understood it.
Yeah.
One thing, Brother Phil, they're very intelligent. They're very smart. They might not be smart in the book, but you can't pull no mess over these little brothers' eyes, you know. So they heard him clearly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And I want to go back to something that Brother Frazier brought up. And Brother Holman, you talked about it too.
Darnell Frazier.
A free black man.
Yeah.
What the, because there are a lot of black men out here. But they were talking today about Mr. Todd and Mr. Fiasco about free black men, about black men who are not afraid. They're not afraid of losing their jobs. They're not afraid of what somebody else is going to think about them. I mean, how do we get to where we are where black men are afraid to be free?
Well, it's been going on right here since the 50s, 60s, and 70s, Brother Philip. Man, I watched this with my father, man. A lot of Chicago knows my father, Miller Frazier. He was Styletown, 43rd, Indiana. And when the brother said on the stage today, he said that we stand on other brothers' shoulders, and my father was one of the elders. The elders of today, they stood on my father's shoulders. And I watched my father, and I watched how a lot of these brothers, they dealt with him behind the closed door. But they didn't want to be, with Miss Miller Frazier, you know, he can get in a little trouble dealing with him. Mm-hmm. But he was a powerful black man that made a lot of powerful things happen, you know. And they dealt with him behind the closed doors.
That's right.
But my dad was free, so I came up being a free man. So I recognize when I see another one.
Yes, sir. Because I love that concept. We've got to learn. We got to go free these young brothers. And I'm not talking about just getting them out the penitentiary or breaking them out the schools or anything. I'm talking about how do we free their spirits and free their hearts and their minds.
You know, for me, my situation was a little bit opposite. My dad took off when I was 2, and I hadn't seen him. I believe I was 24 when I went and found him. And, you know, walking in that darkness, in that wilderness, you know, I could identify with a lot of those young men who went through some of the same things, and hopefully will never have to go through